New homestead, eh? This place hasn't changed much since the 2100s.
The last thing I expected to stumble across was this type of settlement. Might be worth a look around. Enjoy your visit here.
Word of advice, steer clear of the doctor. She really
We take vandalism seriously here.
That's way more awesome. You'll never catch me! If you take one of those stupid tours, make sure to follow the rules. They're for your own safety. And my sanity. Great! Another tourist. Let me guess. You slipped on the ice and need a doctor to wrap your sprained ankle? Maybe. I'm sorry if it sounded harsh. I'm just frustrated. However, I think if you walked a mile in my shoes, you'd probably feel the same. Anyway, what can I do for you? Just a sec. Let's take a look. Well, it doesn't look too bad. This should be nice and easy. This will be quick. Just need to clean the wound and stitch you back up. There you go. All set. Even though we don't have shiny new medical facilities, I imagine it's easier than wherever you're from. We have fewer people here, and we're very responsible when it comes to our personal health and welfare. So there's not much I can't handle. For anything else, we can get access to off-world specialists. Contrary to popular belief, we're not primitive. It's a harsh world, but as long as you're inside or wear a suit when going out, you'll be fine here. There's no breathable air on the surface, and you'll quickly freeze to death outside without protective gear, but otherwise the hazards are minimal. New Homestead was an early colony research base and has stood the test of time. It's safe, and it's proof that people can live pretty much anywhere. Don't worry so much. I don't. They make a mockery of New Homestead culture. And on top of it, they're reckless. It's like I said before, I feel like I'm treating them more often than our own people. The problem is that most of the tourists' injuries are from preventable accidents. Things our people know how to avoid. And often I have to take care of them first because they can't leave with their injuries, so I have to put off seeing my regular patients. So not only am I working extra hard for people who have little respect for me, it comes at the expense of our own. Actually, maybe there is. I have an idea that may be best suited for someone relatively unknown, instead of myself. I've got a mountain of work and a reputation to maintain. So I bought a realistic monster costume. The plan was to wear it, scare tourists away, and start a rumor about terrible creatures living on Titan. I figure that once word gets around, tourism will take enough of a dive to give me some relief. That's the spirit. To be honest, I'm not sure it'll work either, but I feel like there's no harm in trying. Here's the costume. I think this will work best on the surface, so just find a group and run up to them, acting like a convincing alien monster. With any luck, they'll run screaming and book the next flight out of here.
my day just gotta have something for me? See you soon, love.
You get used to the methane processing smell after a while.
Welcome to New Homestead.
I can't wait to go away on my learning vacation when I grow up.
Well, I can say the costume looks good on you. Oh, I'm glad it worked. Thank you. With any luck, I'll be able to give more attention to my regular patients now. Tell you what, if you want to come back later and do this for me a couple more times, I'll even let you keep the costume.
Good to go for landing. Hey, Dad, wanna hear a joke?
Sure, sweetie. You know, I can always use a laugh.
No wonder no one will work for you. My man is missing, and you're all just here, what? Waiting for him to wander back through the gate?
Mr. Halftown, we are trying, but we don't have the manpower.
And now half my crew thinks your little band of convicts is just waiting to drag us off and scrap us for organs.
Mr. Halftown, our security officer has been put into the infirmary trying to find your worker. We're doing everything we can. All I ask is that you and your crew be patient. You have nothing to fear from us convicts. We are handling it.
Then get it done. Or else we are going to have problems.
You have my word. I'm sorry, love, but the Elios retreat isn't taking new residents right now. We've had some issues. A missing person chief among them. But you're welcome to rest up and refuel here as long as you'd like. So long as there's no bounty hunter after you that's going to kick my brand new door off its hinges. That the truth? Because I can't say it's going to be easy work. But if you found the construction crew's missing man, we'd all owe you. This planet is not the most accommodating to human life. It's wild, empty, and the local fauna, well, they're not big fans of humans. So while I will absolutely take your help if you're offering it, I just want you to be aware, I don't expect it's going to be a walk in the park. You don't know how happy I am to hear it. But if you're going to be helping us, well, you should know who it is you're working with first. The staff here, we come from some challenging backgrounds. Nearly all of us have spent time behind bars at one point or another. But our plan is to make this place, the retreat, into something we wish we'd all had. A place to help the galaxy's incarcerated get themselves on firmer footing. We'll bring them here, pay off their bounties, get them job training and a support network. Help them build regular, stable, boring lives to keep them out of the system for good. But I won't pretend that that sort of work doesn't make some people uncomfortable, so I just wanted to make sure you were aware before you signed on. You are a lifesaver. First place you'll want to start is the infirmary. Our security officer, Greg D'Angelo, was in the process of tracking our missing person, a Mr. Glement, but was injured in the process. He should be able to get you pointed in the right direction.
This is... all this intricate work and impressive construction. It's ambitious, but
Who are
still
you?
so out of place
You're
in
the guy
such a
healing
remote
piece.
location.
Sloan found someone else, huh? Well, hopefully, you'll have better luck than I did. I managed to turn up some tracks outside the facility. Bit of a hike, though. Not sure if they were Glement's, but Ixal's not exactly a bustling metropolis. There was a cave system I scanned nearby, but I got attacked before I could look any further. Next place I was planning to visit once I was on my feet again. I'd start there.
going back. Stay away. Oh God, please don't put me back in the bag. I'll do whatever you say, just please, not the bag. What happened? You're not here to... I was kidnapped. He caught me off guard after hours, threw a bag over my head and marched me off. But I escaped. But then these creatures started hunting me. So I ran in here. And I've got no food and I'm so hungry and... Please, take me back. I just want to go home. No, he kept the bag over me the whole time. I heard his voice. But he honestly didn't say much when I was around. I need this to be over. Please. Please, can we go? Please?
You've got nothing to fear. We're here to help.
Oh, thank God. You don't know what that... Oh, come on. Let's get out of here. You do know the way back, right?
Glement! Gilman's back! Mother of God, kid. What happened?
I was walking out, and someone threw a bag over my head. They took me... I don't know. It smelled like the inside of a first aid kit. I had to sleep on a steel floor and...
Which one of you crooks bagged him, huh?
Us? Why the hell would we do that? Waste of a perfectly good bag.
You're rambling, kid. Come on. Let's get you cleaned up. You smell like used welder's gear.
Mr. Halftown, I have some medical training. I'd be happy to...
You stay away from me. I want whoever kidnapped my man found and dealt with, understand? I don't care if it's one of your people or mine or a fucking ghost. Find them.
Of course. We'll do what we can. But...
I'm not interested in excuses. I need to know who did this. Just find my man's kidnapper now.
Are you going to find him? The guy who took me?
I guess it might have been a bit naive for me to hope for a happy reconciliation, but you brought him back safe. That's what's important. Here, you have my sincerest thanks. But now, we've got a whole new thread to pull on. What are the chances I'd be able to convince you to help us find our kidnapper? Thank the heavens. So, we just need to figure out where we're sending you. Now, Mr. Glement didn't seem to have a lot of information, but I caught at least one or two bits I think could help us find our kidnapper. That's right. Not a lot of proper facilities like that in the area. Which makes me think there was a building we were evaluating as a possible site for the retreat not far from here. An old research outpost. Seems like a decent match for the description of our kidnapper's hideaway. Here, the facility's coordinates. Head out there and see what you can find.
Stay down. I can't take much more of this. Set aside anything useful and just
you seem to have weathered that trek well enough. Were you able to find anything at the facility? It certainly is. Monica, anything you can do with this?
I can take a look. Oh, it's encoded. Made to look scrambled. And done badly. Looks like... there. Seems there were 2 of them. Oh my god. It's all here. The accidents, the kidnapping, Greg's attack. These 2. They did it all.
Any mention of who they are? They're not with the construction crew, are they?
No names. But there are a pair of ID numbers. They're with the Trackers Alliance.
The Alliance sent 2 bounty hunters? Here? But our bounties are all paid.
I'm not seeing an Alliance contract or documentation. I think this is off the books.
So, a couple of trackers have decided to haunt us on their own free time. Why?
Doesn't say. It's really not that impressive. Used to sell these on the semi-regular in my old life. A cheating spouse wants to document all their flings without fear of their partner finding out? Just use one of these bad boys. It's computer hacker 101 stuff. And it sure doesn't explain why they've decided to harass us.
That certainly seems in the realm of possibility.
So then this is an easy fix. They're bounty hunters. We pay them to leave us alone.
And make ourselves a target for every other hunter in the universe. We need to take a stand.
Says the one guy physically incapable of taking one.
We're not doing anything until we actually find them. Any mention in there of where our trackers might be now?
Sounds like they're on a supply run, outside the system.
Then we got a little time. Given their background, and ours, I expect you're the only person here they might actually listen to. Would you be willing to act as an emissary on our behalf? I'm sure we can find a way to solve this issue, which won't require bloodshed.
Let's just pay them and be done with it. I mean, we clearly need more manpower anyway. I'll hire them on as contractors.
To hell with that. We know where they live. Let's have our friend here get the drop on them and send them to the great beyond.
The last thing we need is the galaxy thinking that's how we solve our problems around here, Mr. D'Angelo. I would request you try to avoid any violence. But if you're looking for suggestions on how to proceed, well, it seems we've got opinions to spare. I would hate for anyone else to get love. I can only guess at what these 2 might be after. But it's clear they perceive something about us as a threat. They're afraid. And all you can do with fear is try and understand it. So, just listen to them, okay? Hear what they have to say. And see if you can make whatever it is they're worried about a little less scary. The retreats are a modest attempt to change how the galaxy deals with those who find themselves on the wrong side of the law. Once we're open, the goal is to take in people whiling away in prison because they couldn't pay their bounties. We'll get them job training and a support network. All the tools they need to set up regular, boring old lives just like the rest of us. Well, thank you. Always striving to make my presence in the universe a net positive. But still got a lot of ground to cover. But once we officially open our doors, the retreat's going to have to be a lot of things to the formerly incarcerated folks we plan to bring here. Residence, school, a place for reflection. Nevin, he handles everything infrastructure related, while I take care of everything our residents might need to get them moving along healthier paths. I make sure we've got the facilities to support everyone. I arrange all our occupational training. Even got my counseling certification a few years back so I can serve as a compassionate ear when people need it. If you can believe it, I was Crimson Fleet. Scouring the skies for loot and glory. Ended up finding a hefty prison sentence instead, which, honestly, was probably the best for me and the galaxy at large.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
As a lifestyle, I wouldn't recommend it. Often ends up being a lot more isolating than you might expect, and even more dangerous. But I'm sure you didn't come here for an ancient history lesson. Was there something else you wanted to discuss? Well, like I mentioned, the retreats are a modest attempt to change how the galaxy deals with those who find themselves on the wrong side of the law. Once we're open, the goal is to take in people whiling away in prison because they couldn't pay their bounties. We'll get them job training and a support network. All the tools they need to set up regular, boring old lives just like the rest of us. We're trying to do what we can to help those who need it. Good luck out there.
You looking for my suggestion? I don't think they're gonna respect anything other than force. But I think Sloane's not gonna be happy if you handle it that way.
What's up? You want to talk negotiation strategies? I'll help as best I can. Had to deal with my fair share of their kind over the years. You don't get into that job to make it rich. You get into it to be your own boss and prove how tough you are. So, my advice? Let them know that pushing around a bunch of counselors just makes them look like bullies, not tough. Most of the staff here are. Got me for digital intrusion and grand larceny. Was in a bad place. Needed a lot of funds. Fast. So I hacked a couple of Galbank servers. Had maybe 6 years left on my sentence in Aquila when Sloane and Nevin swooped in. They said they'd pay off my whole bounty if I ran through their pilot program. I didn't have much else going on, so I said sure. It was hard work, but Sloane, the woman is compassion in human form. She stuck with me. And now I'm here, running the retreat shop and maybe someday one of my own. Sure did. Anyone who commits to joining the program gets their bounty paid off by the retreat. Not sure who's footing the bill, though. I presume it's coming from outside donations because Sloane and Nevin aren't exactly rolling in cred sticks. They've got all the necessities. Be careful with those goons.
These bounty hunters need to be... I think you should offer them money. And I'm willing to help. Here, all I have liquid at the moment. Hopefully it'll be enough. Take care, please.
What the... Who's that?
No clue. You. Who are you and what the hell are you doing here? And just who the holy hell are you? Huh, so the retreat figured us out, huh? Brought in their own muscle.
See? I told you Kilman was gonna lead them to us. Should have slit his throat when we had the chance.
Quiet. Listen, unless you're here to tell us those convicts have decided to close up shop, then we've got nothing to discuss. I couldn't care less about the cons. They can huff fish innards until they rot for all we care. But this retreat, if they actually succeed, keep criminals out of the bounty system, well, the galaxy probably doesn't need so many trackers at that point, does it? And then maybe the big boys like the UC and the Collective set up programs of their own, just like Helios. Put us all out of a job. Now, better to nip it in the bud now before it becomes a threat. Which is why I'm not interested in discussing anything except the date and time they're shutting their doors.
We'll do whatever it takes to stop the bloodshed.
See, that's where you're wrong.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
Hey, that's not fair.
You done yet?
The last one.
I have something for you when you have a moment.
Excuse me?
There you are. You were gone for quite a while, love. Are you all right? Were you able to find our trackers? Not sure I like the implication, but I suppose I have to respect it. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. This place, all of us, we are in your debt. There is just one last piece of business, though. Nevin asked to speak to you, in private. He's waiting for you up in the office.
Ah, there you are. So, first things first, I need to say, well, thank you. And we are exceedingly grateful for it. It's just the situation you set right with the trackers. It's one we don't want to find ourselves in again. Luckily, we have someone, our founding donor in fact, who has offered to reach out to the Alliance, ensure their good behavior going forward. Before she does, however, she's asked for the details of what exactly occurred. I've already shared my own insights, but, well, she wants to talk to you too. Is that something you might be amenable to? Ah, she'll be pleased to hear it. Head to Aquila City in the Cheyenne system. Check in with Justin Sneed, her security chief. And I would ask you to try and be polite. She's the only reason we're here.
Funny how Aquila City reminds me of Neon, with the wealth planted in the middle, and the poor at the periphery.
Your ship's not half bad.
So nervous. What if they say no?
Tower's closed. Come back some other time. Ah, so you're them. Figures. I've got 2 rules for this little meeting. Rule number 1, you're not to share anything you discuss up there. This is a private matter, and we're going to keep it that way. Rule 2, you decide to get playful with that weapon, we're going to have serious problems. Think you can abide by those? Good. Miss Lance is waiting upstairs. You can go on up.
And that must make you our guest. Please, take a seat. Now, you may already know who I am. Raisha Lance, CEO Laredo Firearms. And you, I know all about. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for the retreat. Truly, it's a project that's near and dear to my heart. I'm not the sole donor, but yes, the retreat is a project I've been trying to foster for some time now. My attempt to improve the plight of humanity, even if just in a minor way. Which is why I'm so thankful for your intervention on its behalf. Now, I presume Nevin already got you up to speed. I need details before I talk to the heads of the Trackers Alliance. Make sure their members understand the retreat's off limits. So if you don't mind, I'd like to just jump right into it. Lily here will be taking notes as we go. Now, Nevin said all the various incidents afflicting the retreat, they all stemmed from this pair of rogue bounty hunters. Do I have that right? There were a streak of thefts and accidents leading up to Mr. Kilman's kidnapping. We'd presumed they were just bad luck or local fauna. Ixel's not exactly the most hospitable of worlds, but Nevin made it sound as if those bounty hunters might have been responsible for it all. And I was hoping you could confirm if that was the case or not. Good.
Lily, make sure we get a copy of all that, will you?
Yes, Ms. Lance.
But Nevin did say you managed to get those two to leave the retreat alone. You mind my asking how you accomplished that? Of course. You're the one who did us the favor. Least I could do is do you one in return. So, only other thing I wanted to ask, and I'm just looking for an opinion here, is there anything in your eyes that could have been done to prevent this happening? After everything I've heard from you and Nevin, I'm inclined to agree. It'll take time to get the right people in place for this kind of work, but I'll make sure it's addressed.
Should be the missing piece that ensures the retreat is around for many years to come.
Let's hope so. But that should give me enough to present to the Alliance. Thank you for making the time. Now, what you did, well, it deserves something more than just a couple of firm thank yous. Here, I want you to have these. They're a rare make, but I think you've earned it. Now, was there anything else you wanted to talk about before we went our separate ways? That's kind of you, but without your help, it might have stayed just a goal. You have my sincere thanks. Now if you'll excuse me, as you've seen, there's plenty to be done.
Keep everything on the level and we'll get along.
If something's on your mind, feel free to drop some stuff. I missed... Well, this looks cozy. I don't think we're going to find much excitement around here.
This job can't be done soon enough.
You don't know how much I miss the sound of power tools. Just happening through our neck of the woods, stranger? Nevin told me about your summons. Our, donor wasn't too hard on you, I hope. Hey, I'm sure you two will have a great time. Well, thanks to your little chat, our donor's doing everything she can to upend the various roadblocks in our way. We're in the process of vetting more security, looking at some additional and more agreeable contractors. Whatever gets this place closer to becoming a reality. Opening's still a ways off, but we'd be going nowhere if you hadn't wandered in. That makes two of us. Thank you again, love. For you, our doors will always be open.
I have things for you. Much as I'm eager to explore the universe, there's nothing quite like the feeling of returning home.
Good luck out there on the fringe. Lucky I noticed a pattern in one of those artifacts you pulled out. Here.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Captain, landing procedure initiated.
Oh, fascinating. I could spend years studying this location.
I picked up something you might be interested in. things for you.
Done. We got to resume our patrol. Stay safe.
Landing struts primed. Retros firing.
I don't know. A few trees here and some grass there, and this place might not look so awful. normal. This place is worth the trouble. In frosty temperatures like this, there's nothing better than a flask of a good English whiskey. Well, hello. There's a terminal up above. On the catwalk. We should search for a way up. Should we proceed through this way, or turn back? You definitely know your way around a lock. There's bound to be something valuable here.
While we're here, it wouldn't hurt if we checked in at the lodge.
Now that we're here, perhaps we could spend a bit of time relaxing rather than planning.
Look at how far we've come. It's all becoming so overwhelming. The Starborn, the artifact visions, the music. Is it all worth it?
Mateo, are you having a crisis of faith? You?
What if the Starborn are right? What if our hunt for the artifacts is a fool's errand, doomed to failure and catastrophe?
You think we're doing the wrong thing? We just want answers. Isn't that why we all joined in the first place? The noble quest of discovery?
Exactly. When the universe presents us with a threat, we can't afford to run away. We need to stay in the fight.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shame either of you. Blame the workings of a worried mind. I just hope that this journey doesn't turn us into something that we wouldn't recognize from where we are now.
Hate to interrupt, but I have a favor to ask. Lot of equipment on the Eye has reached the span's end. If we're going to find more artifacts further out, we need work done. Got the nods and signs from Sarah and Walter for the materials, but I need hands. Won't be going alone. Need more than just the you and I. Asked around. A few constellations are already on their way up.
If you could help me install these parts? Some of these seem to be a mixture of adapters from older tech. If you could help me install these parts? Some of these seem to be a mixture of adapters.
Just pick up the welder. Nothing to it.
Setting up some software. Want to test the computer over there?
Lend a hand? Grab a couple of wrenches and let's tighten this equipment down. Well, I'm certain that wasn't supposed to happen. Check with Vladimir.
Spend so much time looking at the scans, I can see star systems orbiting in my head. You color the wrong wires. Station showing red. UC originally had all the tech filed and serialed, but we needed a little more of the oomph, so there's a slapdash of Freestar parts and jury rigs. Expected a few of them to blow us short, but the fixing is going to take time.
Oh, I should have checked the compatibility when we made the order. I can stay with you until we get all this fixed.
No need for the martyr's clothes, but I'm happy to have the help. As for you, while we're giving the Eye the swords, need to tip your ear on another matter when you got the time. Don't want to worry anyone, but we got more competition. Not Starborn, rival collector. Captain Petrov owns a salvager vessel called the Scow. Runs it like a palace of novelties. And he's got a new prize in his collection. Reached out through my hand-to-hands to see if we can do an honest swap. He says the rock ain't for sale for any price. Think we're gonna need a crowbar and bag for this one. He's got a reputation for seeing the gold in things, but he's no lab coat. Thinking he knows it's unique, but not why. All the more reason to clutch tightly. Left the life of a jack-of-bones behind myself. I know what I'm asking. But I see a clutch prize not up for the prying any other way. Not sending you lone hook on the job. I won't bear it with you on this one. You two will be foot to foot the whole way, so make sure you're ready. Catch a smile out there.
We'll be... busy fixing up. The eye for a while.
Hey, you tell Petrov his old buddy Barrett is here to see him. He'll want to talk to us right away.
Barrett, from Constellation. You're specifically on the list of people not allowed on the Scow under any circumstances.
Oh, right. Forgot about that. If I could just talk to Petrov myself, I'm sure he'd want to put that all behind us.
Go. Away. If you think this cow is an easy mark, you're in for a rude awakening.
Attention's
so
the station monitors.
Want to test the computer over there?
Lend a hand? Grab a couple of... That wasn't supposed to happen. Check with...
You color the wrong wires. Station showing red. You see originally had all. Expected a few.
Oh, I should have checked.
No need for the martyr. As for you... Don't want to worry him. Captain Petro. Reached out through my... Think we're gonna need... Left the life of it. Not sending you... Catch a smile up.
I'll assist Vladimir. Now, you go on ahead.
Hey!
Barrett!
Oh, right. Forgot about
Go. Away. If you think this cow isn't...
Not one step further. I'm the one being handsomely paid to keep people like you from killing the captain. Awfully insistent, aren't you?
Hold on now. We're still talking, right?
You got a whole ship full of crew to fight through now. You don't scare me. Heard enough. Open fire!
One down.
Nice work.
Full body chills. It's absolutely freezing.
Welcome to Petra's Palace of Peculiarity, the pinnacle of perfect procurement, the penultimate panopticon of prosperity. Ha ha ha!
Did you just... Yeah, you did.
Good, dead meat!
Did you say something? What if we leave a few things here and make a second trip?
There you are.
Wait! I surrender! I surrender! Don't kill me!
The captain's word is good.
Done! Stand down, everyone. Let the nice pirate pass.
So what? We're just gonna let you...
Whoa, hey, this is me backing off.
Talk to me. Go ahead, we have... Okay, right.
Well, they don't need it now.
You're going down. I never liked it.
It's easy to forget how marvelous life on other planets truly is.